So, Revolution was this past Sunday. What did you think about it? Let's talk about it. So, let's go through some matches. Starting with the buy-in, you had Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, teaming up with Maki Ito to take on the team of Thunder Rosa and Riho. What did you guys think of the results? I think it's good. I'm glad Britt Baker won. Because Britt Baker, she's been improving time after time, and it makes sense. It's smart to have her keep racking up these victories so that, you know, we can build Britt Baker up, you know, each match, build her up time after time, because we all know that she has potential to be a great champion someday. And I think that day should be soon. Yeah, she's definitely been tearing it up in the last year. So, yeah, it's great that she got another win under her belt against Thunder Rosa and Riho. Yeah, two top-level talents. And Thunder Rosa and Riho were protected too, because, you know, Thunder Rosa was hit by Rebel with her crutch, so therefore, you know, it wasn't a clean victory. So it protected Thunder Rosa and Riho, and at the same time it elevated Britt Baker. So that was good booking. Next, the Young Bucks defending the AEW Tag Team Championships against the team of MJF and Chris Jericho. The Bucks winning this. Now, I said this in an earlier video that I just couldn't explain it. Just something in me was saying that the Bucks would win this. And they ended up winning it. I'm glad they did, because with a team as prestigious as the Bucks, the team as well thought of, the team with a tag team as established as the Young Bucks, I think they should have a pretty strong title reign, a lengthy title reign, you know, at least with a few good title defenses, because they've been regarded as the greatest tag team in the world, and they held back when AEW first started. You know, they gave a chance for other tag teams to shine. So now that they finally have the titles, I think it's time to, you know, it's time for them to back up that claim, to back up what people say about them being the best tag team in the world. So, yeah, to make up for that time that they held back to let other teams go over, yeah, it's time for them to, you know, establish themselves in the Western audience's eyes. They've been more than established in, you know, in the wrestling industry, in Japan, in, you know, just in the eyes of wrestling fans in general, wrestling purists, shall we say. But yeah, in the Western audience's eyes, to, you know, to the casual fans, I think it's time the Young Bucks make their names to that audience as well. So yeah, I think it was a smart choice. And then later on, when being interviewed after their loss, Chris Jericho and MJF, they're gonna have, like, you know, another meeting, you know, another inner circle meeting, you know, give them plans for a better inner circle, how they can improve themselves. So yeah, that definitely, I think that's definitely good for that in terms of storyline as well. Will MJF, will he finally take over the inner circle this Wednesday? I'm thinking, because the way MJF reacted to Chris Jericho saying that, MJF was like, yeah, Chris, we should have a meeting. So yeah, the tone of his voice just tells that story. So will MJF take over? If it's not this Wednesday, they better give a strong hint that it's just around the corner. Because MJF, yeah, MJF is potential you do not want to waste. This guy is gold. Now, him not winning the tag team titles with Jericho, I don't think that's any loss to him, because, you know, he's not somebody who should be holding, you know, tag team gold. He's not a tag team specialist. He should be going after singles gold, like the TNT Championship and eventually the World Championship. Yeah, this guy has star written all over him. So will he take over the Inner Circle? I can only imagine. Imagine what happens. Imagine if this happens this Wednesday on Dynamite. Yeah, there's like a setup, and then after Chris Jericho says all these things, Santana and Ortiz jump him, and then like MJF and Wardlow, you know, join in and just totally destroy Chris Jericho in the middle of the ring. And then Santana and Ortiz, you know, they will look to MJF as their new leader. Because remember, it was Jericho's idea to have him and MJF go after the tag team titles. And Santana and Ortiz, yeah, they were surprised. They were like, whoa, Chris, didn't you want us to be the tag team of the Inner Circle? Yeah, or wasn't that our agreement when we joined the Inner Circle? So yeah, they kind of felt betrayed by Chris Jericho at that point. So this could be a good time to get, you know, retribution on Jericho, and a good time to elevate MJF, because, and then from there, the Inner Circle can go on a winning streak with MJF as their leader. It will make MJF look strong. But anyway, we're on a Revolution. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself with these, like, you know, with these fantasy bookings of mine. But I think it's safe to say MJF should be a main eventer. But anyway, back to Revolution. Okay, Hangman Page versus Matt Hardy. Did the right man win? The big money match? Did the correct man win? I say yes. So for those of you who saw it, you know that Hangman Page defeated Matt Hardy. So therefore, he gets quarter one. He gets Matt Hardy's quarter one earnings of 2021. Why was Hangman Page winning the right choice? Well, Matt Hardy is established, so it makes sense for him to, you know, put over a young talent that has potential. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he should lose to every young guy. Like, for example, when he fought Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara at that point, he was on the right track, but he definitely wasn't built up. He wasn't built up the ranks like where Hangman is right now. Hangman is much higher in the ranks than Guevara is. Guevara has potential. He still has a ways to go though, but Hangman Page is a lot closer to a main eventer than Sammy Guevara is. So when Matt fought Sammy, it's good that he defeated Sammy, but at the same time put Sammy over enough that, you know, Sammy wasn't squashed during that match. It still got Sammy's momentum going. But Hangman Page, he's right there, right? Just a couple notches more, and Hangman will be a main eventer. So in that sense, it made sense for Hangman to go over because he's ready, you know. So with that being said, the right man won. I think Hangman winning was definitely the right choice, and it's a big win. He got a win over a legend like Matt Hardy, and therefore he's going to elevate himself even more. Even JR during that match said that Hangman is a future AEW World Champion. I couldn't agree more. So Hangman, congratulations. And the Dark Order helped him. He didn't officially join the Dark Order, but they're like his allies, shall we say. So that's good. I think Hangman should remain a solo competitor with like friends that are not really full-time friends, but just like allies, you know? So I think that's a good place for him. As like I keep saying, I think Hangman should be the one to dethrone Kenny Omega for the AEW Championship. There's no better choice in my opinion. But anyway, Hangman winning at Revolution, definitely a good choice. Moving on. Man, so many matches happened that night, guys. Oh, Hikaru Shida defending the AEW Women's title against Ryo Mizunami. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ryo Mizunami. So, apparently these two have history. Hikaru Shida has never defeated Ryo Mizunami, but she finally accomplished that task at Revolution. Was Hikaru Shida winning the right choice? Well, I said that I really felt that the winner of this tournament should be the one to dethrone Hikaru Shida at Revolution. However, with Ryo Mizunami winning this one, you know, she's like new to AEW. I mean, granted, she was there a long time ago, like at the beginning of AEW. She's still fairly fresh because she didn't have that many matches in AEW. So, with that being said, it didn't feel like she had the proper build-up to beat Hikaru Shida for the title. So, in this sense, I was either or on this one. If she won, I wouldn't have a problem with it. If Hikaru Shida retained, then that's fine too, because, you know, it makes Hikaru Shida look very strong when it's, you know, it's not obvious that she's going to lose the title. And she's had a strong title reign and it continues to go on. The last few times I predicted that Hikaru Shida would drop the title, I was wrong. So, I don't know when she's going to drop the title, guys. But at this point, the only person I can think of who's ready to beat her is Britt Baker. But anyway, Hikaru Shida defeating Ryo Mizunami, I'm fine with that. So it was a good match though. It was definitely like very technically sound, and it might have been the best technical match of the night, if I had to be honest. But anyway, congratulations Hikaru Shida. You're making this title prestigious. You're making it hard to get, so that's good. Anyway, moving on. Let me just check the time, guys. Yeah, I don't want to run out of room on this camera. Oh, cannot miss Sting and Darby Allin in a street fight against Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. Was it obvious Sting and Darby were going to win? It was obvious, but it was the right choice. The match was interesting. You know how they all arrived to this like warehouse in their respective vehicles, and you had Darby who was skateboarding there, and then he hitched the ride with Sting by grabbing like the back of Sting's pickup truck. Yeah, that match was interesting. Yeah, the cinematic match. I mean, yeah, they were like throwing each other around, bashing each other through walls, and or doors rather, not walls. Throwing each other through windows. Yeah, it was great, really entertaining, and having Sting get the pinfall, that was a good choice. Like I said, this is Sting's first match in AEW. He has to show that he's the legend that he is. He had to win this match. So when Sting puts someone over, it has to be a big deal. Yeah, you definitely couldn't let Brian Cage or Ricky Starks beat Sting. At least not now. And it was good to have, you know, Darby Allin team with Sting. It's definitely great for Darby's career that he got to team up with a legend. I mean, like, how many get to say that? So, was it the right choice? Yes, it was the right choice for Sting and Darby to win. Need I say more? And then finally, we get to the exploding barbed wire death match between Kenny Omega, the champion, and Jon Moxley, the challenger. I've seen a lot of crazy matches, but I've never seen one like this. Man, like all those explosions happening every time they touch the barbed wire ropes. Man, this was insane. Almost as insane as that Lights Out match that they had at Full Gear, you know, back in 2019. I was there live. But yeah, this barbed wire death match between Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley was insane. At the very ending, when when Gallows and Anderson came and jumped Jon Moxley and they helped Kenny Omega retain the belt. Yeah, they handcuffed Moxley in the middle of the ring, and big surprise here. Who came to Moxley's aid? Eddie Kingston. Yeah, the guy that's been trying to tear his head off for like, you know, for like a long time. Yeah, came to, you know, have his back. He couldn't drag Moxley out because, let's just say, yeah, they said after 30 minutes the whole ring would explode, so he didn't have enough time to drag Moxley out because Kenny Omega and Moxley, you know, they took a bunch of those 30 minutes away. So there was only a few minutes left. It got to when Eddie came to the ring, there was only a few seconds left, so that he covered Moxley to shield him from the explosion. But then we turned out that explosion was actually botched. Hey, it happens. You know, it comes with, it comes with the industry. It happens. Yeah, at the end, we were expecting an explosion. I was expecting one. Suddenly, it just like sparks just came flying out of the turnbuckles. I was like, is that it? And then later on, I found out it was a botch. But like I said, it happens. So right now, they're going to roll with it. So what will the story say? The storyline will be that Kenny Omega and Don Callis, maybe they didn't construct it well enough. Maybe it just failed to explode. You know, glitches do happen in these kind of contraptions. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, those were my thoughts on AEW Revolution. So, what did you guys think? Did you like the show? I liked the show. Yeah, another good pay-per-view. Anyway, as usual, I'm very much looking forward to this Wednesday on Dynamite. Anyway, guys, I'm Leo, and I will catch you in the next upload.